continuing our tour actually in Stanford University, and now I'm with Rabinovitch, who leads here the whole lab, researching different things, but also TBX4. Can you introduce maybe a little bit about your work and yourself?
Yes, so I've been working for a long time in trying to understand pulmonary hypertension with a view that we can cure the disease, reverse advanced disease, both for older patients as well as for children. I'm a pediatric cardiologist, and I became involved in the problem of pulmonary hypertension because it affects children with heart disease. But more broadly now, we hope that the therapies we're going to develop in the lab will help everybody.
Thank you, Marlene. So you participate also in our initiative on TBX4Life, and thank you for doing that. So why TBX4 is so important? Why do you think research of TBX4 is important? What it can bring to science? What it can bring maybe to our affected families?
Yeah, well, TBX4 is a unique mutation because it does seem to affect the crosstalk between lung cells that are important in the exchange of oxygen, lung cells that are important in the muscularity of the vessel that ultimately contributes to the high pressure in the vessels, and lung cells that are important in producing nutrients in the lung. So understanding this crosstalk and how the cells interact and why TBX4 is so important in how they interact is a unique opportunity for us to understand the whole process of lung biology that is relatively unexplored. There are people working on one cell type in the lung, maybe two cell types, but not how they communicate, not even how a muscle cell communicates with a lining cell in a blood vessel wall. So it's a unique opportunity for unique biology that will, we hope, help people with TBX4 mutations, but also people with other kinds of lung disease where pulmonary hypertension is also a problem.
Great. So is there something you think that the TBX4 community can help with, can help your work? Or maybe there is some message which you would like to share about?
I think the more we know from the patients in terms of how the disease, the mutation or TBX4 affects them, does it affect their lungs, does it affect their blood vessels, when did they present with the disease, what's the family structure, there are other members of the family who might have the same abnormality in TBX4 but might have no symptoms or just some bone symptoms. The more we learn about who has what in a family, the more we understand, we can interpret the genetics of the family when we obtain the genetics from the families, and the more we ultimately can hone in on how different members of the family can be treated, particularly those with severe lung disease or severe lung disease and pulmonary hypertension. So I think families getting genetic data for us, families where the characteristics of the disease are linked to the genetic data will be, and families that can give us cells that we can actually study and culture from stem cell, that we can make stem cells from, blood cells we can make stem cells from, will be invaluable to being able to solve the problem of TBX4 and find treatments for it.
Great. So is there something that you would like maybe to wish to TBX4Life?
Would I like something
to wish to TBX4Life?
Yeah, I wish TBX4Life, we find a cure sooner rather than later. We find a cure in 5 years, or maybe shorter. But I think really, I wish that we can assemble all the information we already have, get all the information that we're missing, and be able to put it together, make it available to the community of scientists at large, so that we can all solve the problem together.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Marlene, and thank you very much for being a part of our team.
Well, it's exciting. Thank you, and thanks to the community for lending us your support, because we couldn't do anything without the goodwill of our patients.
Super.